Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the airship map. We're playing as the green player out of the 4th position, and this is our return to Wacky Wednesday here, the series where we mix stuff up a little bit, add a couple silly settings, play some silly maps, do something like that. And the silly setting we have today is stable portals. I have 2 1-point hold options. It looks like blue is going to cap here. Which is unfortunate because this portal spot here on main entrance was going to get me a portal 1-point hold over this back region vault cockpit viewing deck. Unfortunately, we don't have that. So I think we're going to pivot onto the portal 1-point hold over here, and red goes on that spot anyway. So red and blue going to compete for that 1-point hold. Red actually knows that blue is capped here too. Very bold decision. We are going to take the no-brainer decision here of capping on this portal here. Gives us a ton of different board access all around. Won't be surprised to see purple cap on this portal and gap room vents. We do hear yellow's cap drop behind blue. I'm so glad I didn't cap on that line. We have 3 opponent capitals in the left-hand side here. None of them are on portals, and actually yellow is going to be completely trapped behind blue with no portal option there for himself. So I start out of the 4th position. I don't anticipate getting rolled. And I believe, so red doesn't have any portals, so red does not know I'm capped here. Purple does go exactly where you'd anticipate him going, which is interesting. So yellow knows I'm here, white knows I'm here, blue knows I'm here. White picked what I would deem, white is a bot? White is a bot. That makes quite a bit more sense. I was going to say that I think white picked a pretty horrible capital, but it certainly makes much more sense if that horrible capital is, you know, chosen by a bot. So we are playing, it seems to be a 5-human game, 1 botted player, botted right from the start, which is unfortunate. So as I mentioned, white would have known I was here. Blue knows I'm here because he's on a portal. Purple knows I'm here because he's on a portal. Yellow knows I'm here because he's right next to me and also on a portal. Red is going to be the only player that doesn't know that I'm in this location. That probably benefits me. It would have been nice to get this bonus and hold off of this portal here. That would have been a very strong position. We are going to have to card block portals because of where the red player is located. Blue finds the yellow cap. Does he sack into it? He does, and he actually wins it. He does, in fact, win it, and that's why I thought that maneuver by yellow was a bit strange to cap back here, having no troops, no vision, etc. I don't think you continue attacking here if you're blue, but I also think you're in... Oh. Interesting. Huh. Oh, maybe I roll a 2-on-1. I kind of want to steal this white cap. I know the white cap's not in a great position, and I could potentially trap blue back here, but red's going to be coming back this way anyway. We take this. I'm going to take the white capital. Mostly for troop generation, and this yellow might steal this from me. That's a bit unfortunate that he's back here. Definitely not going to let him steal this cap, so if he wants to steal the one on the left, he can. Yeah, this could fail. I don't know what I've got the prediction skills in me lately, everybody. I have no idea. I don't know why he doesn't roll the 3 over here. The 3 is the no-brainer that you should roll if you're yellow. He fails. He wins that roll on blue in that spot. So I actually forgot to roll the 2-on-1 into blue here. Admittedly, I meant to roll that just to reduce his troop count, but that's fine. So we have this cap over here. Again, this cap is not that great. And actually, I have found a spot completely nested by portals. I was wondering if I was going to... Why? What was the point of that? Anyway, we're up where purple's cap is completely nested by portals. I really struggle to understand why the purple player did that. Blue is on a portal too. He might just take this. That hit me here. Yeah. Why would he do that? I don't understand that cap steal in the early game. But that's just me. Hopefully blue just takes what's behind him and takes this and takes his whole little region here and he leaves me alone. Then I can retake here. He should fortify to this spot. Take everything out back here. Leave like 7, hit forward, and then fortify whatever you have left forward. Blue's in a great spot. I don't understand that play by purple. I feel like he had way better options there. I just don't think that was it. But anyway, with the blizzard here, blizzards here, blizzard here, blizzard here, the only access out of this area is through this portal, and this portal. So blue will have a 7 cap here unless he loses the streak. Yeah, he'll have a 7 cap here. Very good start by blue. Naturally will progress up through red. Probably rolls my cap on this next turn anyway. So hopefully I don't get hit by red here. Hopefully he expands elsewhere. I'm not super optimistic though. I'd love to start with 6. Roll a 7 on 3 cap roll and hopefully get decent dice. I don't have anything else sitting on a portal, unfortunately, so I probably just get rolled again, don't I? Oh, I have this one. This one can go through a portal. That's good. I don't think yellow re-rolls the cap. I don't think that makes much sense. At least at this stage in the game. He's still clearly here. Now if purple rolls me, I think he's a fool. Because he's probably only getting 5 or 6 troops on this next turn. You know, not the 10 that he started with. And it's pretty crazy that he managed to start with 10. He didn't get hit at all on that first turn. What did I start with 6 on my first turn? I started with 7. So that was 12 to 14 territories. Purple had 15 territories on his first turn. So he got 10 to start with. Then he rolled my capital. I can work. If I don't get re-rolled by purple, I can work with this. If he rolls the stinking 10 on 4 foolishly, then I'm probably screwed. But and obviously blue could take the cap because we see him here. Like there's not a lot of options here, unfortunately. But there's always room to adjust, and hopefully we can put a stop to blue's potential snowball here. I am a bit concerned. Yellow has botted. Yeah, so he gets 6. Does he roll me again? No, he actually rolls over here, and he stops. All right, so now we play the guessing game of, we get to play the guessing game of does the blue player roll my capital up there? Otherwise, we have to play off this just atrocious white cap down here at the bottom, and I don't really want to do that. I think blue should roll me, but who knows? We might get lucky where he doesn't. He might just try to push out of his pocket on the left-hand side, or maybe he'll feel bad for me, something like that. But not a particularly ideal position to find myself in right now. Puts 4 here. He wants the +1. I do get a sense of expansion from the blue player, and fortunately for us, as long as he doesn't pick up a 3rd capital, he is very card blockable, so he won't be rolling our capital here, which is very good for me. He's going to roll this here. And you guys know my general mantra on this map is somewhat of an expand philosophy. The one issue with that on this particular board is the portals make it much easier to prevent the expanding if you're somebody who's holding a strong bonus that's not a pocket bonus. So the issue I have is that yes, blue is not capped on a portal, but he has good access to a portal, and nobody can get in behind him in this double +2. So he's guaranteeing himself 9 troops, actually 11 troops a turn minimum because of the +2 and the free cap behind himself because of yellow's poor cap choice. So that is a bit of a downside. Now, we do start with 11. That's actually quite good. I'm going to make this a 5. I don't think I need to overdo the protection of it, and we've managed to retake. So you know, on one hand, I understand if purple gets very good dice on his first turn, then he, you know, he potentially makes out like a bandit with a double portal, double capital hold, which is quite strong. He ends up going negative only by 2, so he lost 8 on a roll of a 6, and I admittedly did not leave my cap super well defended. Oh, yellow's going to take this bonus in here. So I lose vision on blue, which is not great. This bot has a bonus now. That felt like a rampage bot. Didn't split at all. So there's 4 general types of bots. There's the bonus breaker, bonus taker, stacker bot, and the rampage bot. And the rampage bot tends not to split and stacks at all. It just kind of roams around. Purple is actually botted, so I might want to inherit their capital. It's kind of funny that he chose to bot now. After the turmoil he put me through, so to speak. I don't think that rolls me. That's a little dangerous down in here. White bot sets early. I don't know that I want to roll the purple capital yet, but it wouldn't be great to let my opponents pick that up. So purple is quit, yellow is quit, and white is quit. We're playing a 3-player game against red and blue. Obviously not the most exciting thing in the world. It does fortify away, which is quite good. Blue getting 15. Red's, I don't think red's cap was very well defended, all things considered. I feel like blue could make a push for that early. The issue with that is if blue takes red's cap, he actually has to defend both positions. So he has to defend the exterior upload W cap and the scenic views cap because of the portal between the two of them. It's not a 1-point hold beyond that. Whereas my cap, if I had capped on this portal, you only have to defend the portal cap. Now, fortunately, these bots are sitting on portals, so they'll hopefully be compelled to hit some stuff. I'm wondering what the best option for me is as far as picking up additional bonuses. I think I could probably take this bonus, the +2 in armory here, where my capital, where the original white capital is. It did fortify away, so I don't know where that ended up stacking. He's sitting on the portal exclusively. Red is getting 10. He's sitting, again, exclusively on the portal here, so he doesn't have anything on his caps back here. I don't know if that's good or bad for me. I certainly don't think I want to push my luck here with this player getting as many troops as he is. We're only going to start with, what, 9? Because we lost some territory there. Or we have a +3, we have a +3, so we'll start with 10. I'm not sure what red's MO is, but blue sitting on this 20 here is not good for us. Now, ideally, these bots trade ahead of us. The yellow player botted pretty early, so, but didn't end up taking enough cards. So again, we get 10. I think my safest bet is just playing off my capital. Although I do want to pick up additional territory, so I think I just hit here. I know that removes the kill guard. Try to slow roll my 2s out a little bit to get the bot to have fewer troops and me to have more territories. That would be good. I have to defend my capital, though, because I don't know what blue is going to try. And ideally, this yellow bot breaks blue again, right? Plays off its portal troops over here, breaks blue. That would be quite good. Blue is going to be very strong, but I don't... You guys have heard me mention before my kind of evaluation of opponent's skill level. And I don't feel like the blue player, despite... I think what he did, knowing that purple was going late in the turn order, had a direct path to this cap, sits far enough back. To some degree, I understand the idea behind that capital choice, or prioritizing the back cap rather than the front one. But just like the late maneuver to getting your troops here, etc., I just don't always think that points to maybe being the strongest opponent in the game of Risk. So I think the door is still wide open for us here. White bot getting 10 actually puts quite a bit, 6 over on the right-hand side. So I believe it actually somehow has split engine room, which is pretty crazy. Maybe split engine room and territory count would make quite a bit of sense, just knowing what we know on the board. I won double 2-on-1s down at the bottom on purple, which is good. And that actually got the bot down to only 5 a turn. I think it was getting 6. Yeah, it was getting 6 the previous turn. So I don't know why the purple player quit. I actually, to be honest, understood why he took my cap. I didn't like it, and I may have said why, but like it made sense if you get good dice. But then he bailed, and I don't know that he needed to bail because all I did was retake, and I didn't put pressure on him at all. So I'm a little bit confused by that, but looks like blue's placing some troops in the middle. I'm wondering if he tries to roll red's capital. Goes to the right, interestingly. He knows where I'm capped. He can see it right now. We're hoping yellow trades on 3. It'd be really nice to get the best trade, and we're at least going to guaranteed get the 12 trade. And blue, you see, has a ton of troops on cap there. Red getting 11, so he should be able to defend himself. I don't know. Maybe I push for this +2 in the bottom and medical. There's not a lot of portal pathing down there. But I was hoping by playing portals on this map, we'd have a cool sort of distribution where some of the portals would be like the only access out of an area would be portals. And that is true, again, of where this original white capital and the purple capital are. You can only get out of this area with portals, which I think is super dope. Red might be taking that bonus. I think he's got to be a little bit careful to not leave his cap super undefended. I eventually want to take this purple cap. I don't get the impression blue is feeling very compelled to roll capitals just based off of the fact that this purple cap, he didn't take it on this last turn, which I think would have been a no-brainer to play for that. Having a portal capital is one of the best things you can do in a portals game. We're getting 11. I think 24 should be good enough here. And I do want to take this bonus down at the bottom. Again, we're hoping that the yellow bot trades in. Hopefully there's not a ton of white material in front of me here. I'm going to leave a 6 there, a 5 on capital in the hopes that we can hold this. But what a crazy start to this game. Just a very bizarre beginning with everything that happened. Blue stealing yellow's capital. The yellow bot does trade. That's huge, man. That's so. This actually might steal the purple cap. If purple doesn't have the bonus up here on this 6, I think it steals the capital. No, okay. Breaks red first, then steals cap. No, rolls an 8 on 6 into the purple bot. Holy cow. Definitely was not anticipating that. Now the bot may roll off cap, and we unfortunately don't have the easiest method of obtaining that capital and that material. Now the bots are more likely to stack on portals and on portal capitals due to the fact that the game sees it as the bot seeing like my cap stack and blue's big stack on the portal here. So this is going to be less likely to attack off that position. This is bad. This bot is getting 11 now. It does look like it'll distribute some on the right-hand side, which is good. We could potentially get a break here in this region. It doesn't stack in front of me, which is good. We should hold an additional +2, which is what I was hoping for. And we did hit 2 additional territories, so maybe we'll get an extra troop from the troop count play there. We are playing standard meta settings other than having stable portals on. So we're playing progressive capital conquest on the airship map, auto setup, 6-second turn timer, progressive cards, balance plus dice, no rank restrictions, alliances, and while alliances are off, portals are stable, automated inactivity behavior with fog and blizzards on. For those of you who are new to the game of Risk, you've made it the 20 or so minutes into this video, you have no idea what's going on. We are playing progressive cards. That way this works is any trade-in, so it can be 3 of a kind, like these 3 dudes here, or 1 of each. That will lead to, that'll be a trade-in. They all are valued the same at the time of trade-in, and it goes 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, and every trade after 15 is +5, so 20, 25, 30, etc. And that is universal trades. I am going to try to plead to SMG Studio, the developers of this game, to give us an option that is Oh, I got knocked in the middle here. Interesting. Give us an option of individual progressive cards would be really, really cool. So, like, everyone's first trade-in is 4, second trade-in 6, third trade-in 8, etc. Following the same cadence as progressive cards, but you influence your own trades. It would force people to try to go for cards, for opponents' cards, maybe more liberally, knowing that it'll progress them ahead. It also might make people hold on to their trade-ins early less. You would never see card skipping happening again because people know the only way you increase your trades is by taking cards and trading them in. I think that would be a really unique concept, and I do have a line of communication to the team, so that's potentially an idea that I could open up to them, and maybe they'd consider adding it. I think that would be a really fun mode to try to play. Red potentially going for the yellow elimination here. Scoops this bonus here. If he breaks me, I think that's a pretty... Yeah, I was going to say that would have been a pretty lackluster play. He doesn't break me. I do trade in. We do trade for the 15, which is exceptionally good. I'm not going to break him right now. I assume the bots will do that on their own. I'm going to take this bonus down here. I thought about it before. We're going to do it right now. I don't care that much about that capital. I'm going to close my cap off too. So what I'm saying is I wasn't sure if that was going to be the end of yellow, which is why I hit there. I'm honestly just going on a little bit of a trip here. Got red and white. Right, that's fine. 5 on 3. We try it. We win it. Just trying to take as much board as I can. Obviously, blue could end up having a set here, could end up trying to roll my capital. I'm playing a little bit riskier on the cap because at the end of the day, you would think you would want the purple capital at a much cheaper value. We do have that trade on 3, but I don't particularly want to use it yet. Purple or yellow is still getting 3. And actually, the interesting thing about this isn't even closing off my cap. I still have the portals to operate on. Yellow is up here. Okay. That's cards there, everybody. That's something we got to pay attention to. Now, red did break white in that split bonus, which is very good. Does it put all 5 here? It puts 3 there. This bot may... It puts 2 somewhere else, but it may attack off the capital this time, especially if it fails whatever rolls it's using wherever we don't see it. And it does attack off capital, once again, very cheap. This actually may kill... Yep. I was going to say, this may kill the yellow player, and it does. Which leads me to believe on 5 cards, if blue tries going for this, he might feed it. I have a feeling blue has enough awareness to be able to identify like, what was I going to say? Enough awareness to identify when eliminations are available. Bot breaks red there. Now, it's up to blue to break red here. Otherwise, we've let red get an additional +2. Blue getting 23. So he actually, I think, picked up the +6 in the middle. Nothing broke him there. That's actually really good info to have. He trades here. Maybe knowing he might have the potential to get the +5 cards off of purple. Interested to see what he tries to do. Puts a bunch of additional troops on his huge stack here. This stack is very vulnerable though, because we know he doesn't have any troops on capital. Well, he's gonna roll red's cap. Breaks red instead. He was considering it, but I don't think the dice was good enough to justify it. Rolls through here. Yeah. Oh, he breaks me. Oh. Huh. Think that was a mistake, Blue. Got a little greedy there, friend. Now, in a vacuum, trying to find the purple elimination, and again, maybe red does this. Blue had already traded. I think that was a massive mistake by the blue player, breaking me there and taking that from me. I'd love to try to hunt the purple elimination. I really would, but I don't think that's going to benefit me much. Blue is basically a locked capital here. I don't think red's going to hunt this either, so don't open him. Please do not get to a point where you end up opening the stinking capital. Okay, good. Thank God. All right, we are going to trade. Again, I don't think... I might actually have this now that I think about it. Because red's mostly in here, right? I can just break blue afterwards anyway. Yep. I knew I could go through this white portal over here as well. I don't know if red cleared white completely out of here. But white's on 4 too. It was getting 5. All right, let's go. Oops. Blue was leaving troops on cap. That's pretty crazy. And this bot set in wherever it is. It must have still... Red must not have cleaned it out of here. I have a trade on 3. That's very fortunate, because otherwise I'm going to get absolutely destroyed here. Double capital, but not very well defended. I didn't really hit red at all, so... I left a huge stack in front of blue, but he's not on a trade-in. So red's really the driver of this game. I meant to get the fortify off there. To be honest, with the 60 seconds sitting here, I wasn't expecting to see blue have anything back there. Not a lick, honestly. I was hoping to punish his greed for my capital, and that did not obviously happen. So now we get to observe how long this play... Yeah, he's going to just full send a break over here on me. Yeah. Delightful. Oh, well, he's not going to win that. That's perfect. If red doesn't hit me here, he only breaks here. You know, red can take his cards down here or whatever. That's fine. That's a big mistake by blue. I thought for sure he'd beeline to the right. He's going to try to hit this. Oh, he wins it. He actually stinking wins that crap. That's so frustrating. He just... lost 9 on an 11 cap. That's absurd. That's actually so dumb. That is so incredibly stupid that actually succeeded. Red has portal vision. He might take that away. Or he targets me. That's a very frustrating play that worked out for him, because that roll is probably pretty low. Or like middle, maybe like a 50% roll is what that ends up being. 18 on 11. He lost 9. That's so crazy. 44% chance roll, and not just that being a 44% chance roll, but he positive rolled a 44% chance roll. I'm going to trade on 3 here. I'm not particularly worried about the red player. I'm going to leave that like an 18. I don't want to hit red at all. I'm pretty focused on blue here. And I think that's the right person to be focused on. I found the remainder of white. That's good, at least. I lose 11 on a 6, and he lost 9 on an 11. Very fun. All right, then the 25 comes back to cap. This 18 cap's not bad, but this 1 point holds a bonus, so I'm going to prioritize that. And we may be able to catch white. If red removed white on the backside, did white start with 3 on that trade in turn? It did. Okay, so This is likely the end of white. That would actually explain why blue got fewer troops on that last turn as well. Because white would have rolled out of here. And maybe one of my opponents is wise and comes and scoops this elimination. It actually dives into the pocket, knocks blue out of there. Any territory that blue loses is good for me. Come on, roll the 5 on 2. Nice. That's what I'm saying. Any territory he loses is good for me because I don't think red's actually a bad player, but putting myself in a position to try to beat blue, knowing that red I don't think is a big fan of blue, should help me a little bit. Looks like blue's going to play a little bit more conservatively here and take the bonus in where the white cap was. So this was actually good bait, honestly, getting this stuck back here. And he's smart enough to defend his capital, so I'll give him that much credit. I'd give this player like an expert level rating. Some decisions, maybe not what I would do myself. But I definitely understand why he's playing this the way he is at this point. Although it looks like he might split those cap troops off, which that doesn't make much sense. To defend off cap, I don't know that I agree with that. So we traded early. You know, hopefully that gives me the benefit of the doubt from the red player to not aggress me. It's 45 off his trade and starts with 50. So 60 troops we should see placed. I think he placed some in here against blue. 30 here. He could take this. I don't think he's going to. Ooh, that's bad. I don't like red aggressive. I didn't do anything to red. I don't know why. I'm doing the angry face because I don't actually know why red is hitting me right now. Because I played pretty nice to him. This is a really good way to get yourself... I mean, blue kind of backed off on me on that last turn. All right. Well, I think that was a mistake, red. This might win. Oh, it failed. Okay. Well. I'm not going to break this bonus here. It's doing good for me. But this way, if I back off blue, maybe he sets his sights on somebody else. Also, if white doesn't set, we might get lucky enough where this ends up hitting into a portal or misusing its troops or something where we get a chance to get in here and eliminate it. Fail. Please fail. Perfect. You know, red probably still tries to break here, but we'll see what happens. It's a shame. These two were quarreling. Blue even flirted with rolling red's cap, and red's response is to come and break me instead of to work with me. And now blue sets. So hopefully... I think he's going to end up hitting me, even though I backed off. It's a tough game to play against two players. It's a very tough game to play against two players. I'm going to have a ton of splits in here. If I somehow hold a bunch of this... or somebody gives me an opening. That's not going to do much to me. He might break me in one spot with that. He's completely off this capital. He's going to come hit me now. Or he thought he might be able to hit red, and now he backs up. No, he comes in. He can't help himself. He truly can't help himself. He did not get back to capital, though. So, do with that info what you will. I won't be able to eliminate white here without a trade-in. But yeah, blue couldn't help himself. We're not going to let him hold any bonuses. Now, red should stop here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess with blue hitting me, hit as much as you can, you know? I don't have pathing into white here. It's very frustrating that I can't do anything with that. And I'm not going to get enough troops to hit this. So I think we go and we just steal Blue's capital and call it a day. You know what? I'm going to leave that. I think I even potentially bail on. Because I know Blue doesn't have a set right now. We can have this cap for free. We go back here. Leave red alone. White trades. That's going to open. That's going to come into me anyway, so. But I know the value, right? I know the value of this area back here. It's tough to get targeted by two players. I basically have to pick one. And red doesn't have, or didn't have, rather, direct lines in my capital. If blue takes this, then red's still not on a portal cap, which is kind of what I wanted. Because there's a chance we get lucky where blue basically just sacks his game out. You know, gets bad dice on this capital here. We get enough troops on the other side, etc. He's not on a set. Red's the bigger threat. That's honestly the biggest problem is red chose to hit me on a turn that it's unfortunate for him to come and hit me. Blue's now down to single bonus, single cap, but a ton of off-cap troops. Probably hits my 39 cap right away. I would take the undefended capital if I were him. But yeah, this player truly cannot help himself. I think this is just objectively a game-losing play the way he is playing this right now. You should take this cap and sit on it, and you should just stop. This is where you should stop. You now have a portal capital. You're in great shape. He's splitting. This is a weird split. I don't understand this. Leaving a bunch of troops here doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to try to come take his cap back. I didn't even consider that as an option here. He leaves me behind him, which is interesting. Because naturally, I'm not going to stop breaking you, right? Like, that doesn't do me any good. Red's either... I don't know if he's hitting blue or if he's... Oh, he is hitting blue. Okay. Takes this bonus back here. I'm trying to completely ignore red right now. That is my main goal. I know blue's not on a trade-in either. So I may as well just... play it like that. Knock blue down as much as I can. And hope he gets greedy for a position. But I basically have to try to survive... whatever red, and I still don't have a trade on 4. I have to try to survive whatever red throws at me. It's difficult to fight a 2-on-1, man. Red could have worked with me against blue. I think that may have benefited him better. You know, on that turn where he went and hit me for some reason, despite the fact that, again, blue was giving him trouble before. And unfortunately, this white bot is starting to get very large in the middle. Both of them, I think, had an opportunity to eliminate this bot, but did not take it. So... those cards may become worth it. They're not really worth it right now. Yeah, I saw this coming from a mile away. And, you know, he could end up on a trade-in after this turn. Even if he gets bad dice on the cap here. Flirting with it. Doesn't roll it. Interesting. Love to see what red does here. 44 up there. Oh, red botted. Oh, that might roll my capital. That's going to roll my cap. Why did he quit? He was the strongest player on the board, and this is going to roll my cap. No, it rolls blues. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. No. Oh, phew. I thought it was going to roll my cap there. I don't know why it didn't choose to roll my capital. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Wow. Blue might have a trade in here, but we have to play like a little bit dumber. Because we don't want this bot trading in and rolling me again. So honestly, ugh. Red is massive now. I guess we'll just take this one. That is wild. I wonder if it's stacked in front of him here. That'd be pretty good. It's very unfortunate with where white was because I didn't anticipate it being behind blue in here. He had this whole bonus. It was literally just on this territory here in fuel piles. I thought for sure blue would have removed that. Now, the benefit here is that if this bot, oh, it does not hit onto the portal. I was going to say, if it hits onto the portal, we might have a chance of eliminating it. I just think it's probably too big. It is on 4 cards. I may want to try to push it for the elimination. Just to get it out of the middle and take the cards if I can. He's going to come hit me over here. This guy cannot help himself. Like, literally cannot help himself. Even in bot outs, he comes and hits me. And unfortunately, he's doing a smart job of defending his capitals. It's quite unfortunate that he's actually willing to do that. That could roll an 81 on 45. That'd be quite tragic. I'm almost hoping it prioritizes breaking blue first. I don't feel good about it, though. 47 is going to roll. Now, the interesting thing is presumably it doesn't roll white at all. Okay, it does break blue. That's exactly what I wanted. Because that may limit blue's acquirable cards on this next turn, which is quite nice. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit through blue over here on the right-hand side. We're going to trade. I'm going to try to eliminate... Oh, no. You know what? I want to come over to the right after. I'm going to try to eliminate white here for the cards. I think this is... I don't think I need as much on the right here. I need to go a little cheaper in here. This guy needs to shut up for a minute. It's weird that he's spamming that. So I couldn't tell if he was saying thanks or if he was spamming that this means war or what. But to be honest, I just helped him get a higher placement in the game. So I don't understand why you would start spamming stuff into me there. But that's just me. What do I know? Back to the capital. I defended this intentionally because I don't think he gets... he might get through it with a trade-in. Even if he gets through it with a trade-in, then he's stuck in these spots. I mean, that's how I get repaid, right? Get bad dice, please. Okay, he gets good dice. I can still card block him. I mean, you knocked me out of here. Where are your cards? How are you going to get cards? I haven't played against a more irritating player in a while, and I know I'm whining a little bit. I do that sometimes. But truly, I have not played against a player that's been more irritating than this blue player in quite some time. And all of my plays against him have been retaliatory. There was really that one turn where he just decided to come in and take my cap, and once he did that, it's like, all right, I'm going to try to punish you for it. Managed to scoop his cap over here. He didn't end up playing for the additional cap, which is nice. Now, if this bot doesn't break the portal over here, that's great. I don't know why he's laughing again. I'm so confused. It's a bot. Maybe he's expecting it to move out of the way or something. I have a trade in here, and I think just trying to push my bounds as far as I can. Here in places that are not portals, is going to be my best bet. So leave the portal troops as portal troops and basically go yoink this capital. I think that's going to be my best play, and that way I hold bonuses that are not super concerned with portals like that. And this bot is not going to trade in either, so we get that capital for free. I could hit this, get it to trickle off, but I honestly don't even think that's going to benefit me very much. And hopefully blue doesn't have any cards here. Hopefully he is forced to fortify troops off. It looks like he got something. But you're not going to get anywhere. So he's running up through this way. He's going to hit a cap. I'm going to hold quite a bit of board here because there's only one open portal on the right-hand side that the bot's not already sitting on. Which is quite good. You know, maybe the 51 attacks through there, which is unfortunate, but it shouldn't be able to expand very far. All right, the 11 attacks through. That's even better. The smaller these values are over here, the better this is for me. Because the bot won't be able to go crazy in that region. Does move an 83 up there. So I'm just going to take this. I'll basically get fed infinite cards. This is exactly the defense I wanted. So by blue using his whole trade in and doubling down on this position back here that's not on a portal, he basically lost himself the game. He had a chance to compete with me, but now I'm just simply getting too many troops. He's still getting 20, but doubly locked caps basically. And I don't think the bots gave him any cards there. I think he basically rolled everything out of there and now just can't take anything. He could try to roll the 19 here maybe. Yeah, he got a card, but he's playing it so slow now. And eventually I can pick up this capital. You almost hope the bot trades in on him. Now, the issue is that I might end up accidentally giving the bot this bonus. Well, not if that happens. Once I trade, I'll want to hit this 30, but I don't know that we want to do that yet. But yeah, just got to defend these spots here. And we don't want to risk this bot getting anything useful up there, so. Blue will have a set. He's got a reasonably strong capital here. I doubt this one's as strong. But he's running out of cards because I don't think this bot's hitting into him. It seems like it's pretty exclusively hitting me. And you see, we haven't given him any portal hits. He already knows, oh, these are already broken. So not much he can do. And what should happen here, because the big stack will have a place to take, is like this 85 or one of these 30s should attack down into his 4 here. Which, again, is exactly what we want. This player has punished himself immensely by improper use of portals. And I don't, yeah, that's a huge stack. And you know where I think that huge stack is going to go? Boom, right here on this 4. Which is quite possibly the best thing ever. Yep. It does roll my 5 here, but that also means it doesn't take the rest of this bonus, which is good. So, it's a shame because I didn't really want to. I didn't want blue to, you know, red quit, right? We want red to get 3rd, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to give this blue player 2nd unless he starts changing his act. Now he will get through that, unfortunately. But honestly, at the end of the day, who cares? Because the bot's just going to keep filling that in again. So he can come break me all he wants over here, but maybe then I fill the card block here myself. Yeah, presumably he comes and hits. Oh, here he comes. It's like, buddy, I'm gonna trade in. I'm getting double the amount of troops you are. He's a quick attacker too. I always find these types of opponents that are fast attackers, but don't understand like the basic nuances of Risk, card blocking, cap position, etc. In a Portals game, you have to choose a cap spot on a portal if that opportunity presents itself, and it presented itself to Blue, and he just didn't take it. This bot also probably blocks him off again, which is great for me. Probably hits here, and then that's going to hit over here, because that's what it's been doing. Not a bother to me, brother. Not a bother to me at all. Because I know that I'm going to keep getting cards off of red. And that's really the place where I think this blue player suffers most. Because he just is not going to have that luxury. So he gets to try to hit a 29 here. Because again, he took too many of the cards in here. He would have been fine, but he took too many of the cards in there. Now he's either got to start pulling troops off cap. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled stuff off over here on the left. But I think you got to try to hit the 29 or else you're screwed. Just trying to slow roll it. Like, he clearly understands the fundamentals of the game. You know, he's got some semblance of understanding of slow rolls. He knows he attacks fast. He's got bonus breaks. But at the end of the day, like, I am... to brag a little bit, I am manipulating this bot to perfection. This is absolutely how bot manipulation should be done. I'm doing it very well. There's really no incentive for me until I've confirmed that he's much smaller. There's not much incentive for me to start weakening the bot because it potentially gives him too much of an avenue back into the game. However, I do think positionally I need to start considering that kind of bot manipulation. It did just take in front of his cap, I think. No, it took... I must have had him trapped back here. It either took in front of the cap or something else there. Now, I don't have a trade-in. He was blocked. So I think now is the time where it's probably in my best interest to weaken this bot a little bit. And I know the... You might be like, Simone, you're gifting this guy a comeback opportunity. And to some degree, you may be right. But I also think I'm trying to level out the board a little bit, and this bot is going to attack after him. I have a Joker. That's huge. Hopefully we get an artillery or a dude on this next turn. No horses allowed. I also, yeah, I was going to say, I probably would have just blitzed this. It looks like he pulled troops off cap. And he can't help himself but break me. So this is actually quite good because I've weakened the bot now considerably. To the point where if it doesn't trade right now, I think I just take the elimination on it. He cannot take the elimination himself. Yeah, he didn't. He should have known. Oh, he didn't know I was here. Yeah, now he wants me to give him second. He did not know I was here. Hopefully this bot does not trade in. Because it is very weakened. Getting it on 5 would be great. Come on. Yes. All right, we should get this elimination here. Especially because it attacks off, so this should be very cheap. I may actually even be able to get this without setting, which is noteworthy. Certainly noteworthy. Because I don't really want to use the Joker. Get 46. That should be enough. And then I have the guaranteed block on him. I will double trade off of this, so I know that he doesn't have it behind. Oh, it took his capital. He let it take his capital. I don't love that. I don't love that. He backed up, I guess? Backed up. He's on 4, though, so we don't really want to give him any freebies. Double trade. We have the dude trade here as well, and we keep the Joker. Just defend all of our capitals. Yeah, let's just go here. Okay. That should be the game. It's getting 12. Probably trades here. We don't have a set without the Joker, but we have a set in response. So, not thinking there's much he can do here. Probably took too much. I probably could have kept some of these cards in here. Could have just kept this card blocked, but it's fine. He might even bot out here. I don't think his caps are very large. Because we've seen how much he's committed elsewhere. I do think he backed those troops up either on an accidental misfortify or somehow the bot was able to roll him. He did roll through a bunch, though, I guess. We did see him hit quite a bit, so I don't know what that means. But you know, Blue didn't leave. He got second. He was a very irritating player to play against, because he didn't back off in the middle game. And honestly, if Red didn't quit, I think Red would have won this game. I think Blue and I would have just self-destructed into each other. At this point, with this player botted out, I think it's just in my best interest to open his stuff up and let it come off cap. Especially since it didn't trade in. And that also makes it get fewer troops, and then we can take it out of here and 1 point cap hold. Hopefully it fortifies off. The nice thing, like, this 99 rolls off, and then the other stack should fortify off, and we can probably just clean it up on this next turn. I don't know that it rolls that. It does. Okay. I thought it might. Pretty good dice, too. Minus, or plus 21. 22? Plus 22 on that roll. It's pretty crazy. I know there's a certain threshold that the bots will attack at, but this should be an easy grab there. It does not fortify off on the left-hand side, so this bot will be trading in. But again, we have an easy peasy 1 point hold on this board, so that should be more than enough. And there it is. That is the game. Little bit of a long one here on the Portals game. We had to deal with the purple player early. Deal with purple early, then the mix of blue and red. I'm glad I went for the white bot when I did. I think that was a smart choice. I'm not going to hold off on taking cards here, because nah, there had to have been something back there, right? Huh. I guess the bot didn't. He lost all of his troops. That's why he quit. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Obviously, couldn't world down from this position anyway. So, cool. I'll take a win. Expert level player. I nailed it. I was spot on with his rank. Red was intermediate. That doesn't surprise me a whole lot. Mostly because of the quitting. Honestly, he had pretty. I do think when he went for me, like, after blue had already hit me, I think that wasn't a bad idea. take advantage of whoever makes the first move and make that move with them. But then he just kind of left. Like, it was irritating. If anything, blue could have gone straight. Like, I was at one point the strongest player on the board, but I get why people targeted me. I was a bit confused why red left, but expert on yellow. I get why he left. I don't get why purple or red left. I don't get why white left. He didn't even play the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk tomorrow. As always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.